the type of girls that he wanted. He was inquiring that he needed white girls with, big butts and, big breasts, and girls that can squirt to the ceiling.
Alrighty guys, Kentucky gets a nice win Saturday against Missouri, 87-66. Kentucky now ranked again 23 as of Monday. And we're back ranked again. And of course, Kentucky playing better and better. We're going to look at the box score here a little bit. See what stands out the most as Kentucky continues to improve. Who would have thought, people? It looked dead in the water just a week ago. So here we are. Gabriel played 15 minutes. He had 5 rebounds, 1 3-pointer. Knox, 21 points. Continues to play well, Kevin Knox. Diallo stepped up, hit this time, 4 for 10, 3 for 3 on threes. Diallo is the missing link, in my opinion. If he can play well, he helps give people a break. That way you want to have Knox and Green and Alexander playing as many minutes. It helps give the team a break. He had 11 points, Diallo did. Alexander, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 for 3 on 3-pointers. Impressive. Vanderbilt, amazing athlete Vanderbilt is. 11 points, 15 rebounds, 4 for 4 from the field in 27 minutes of play. Vanderbilt, people, he just comes in and plays hard. If he scores, he scores. He's going to at least get rebounds, and that's what Kentucky's been doing, getting a lot of rebounds, second chances. We've really turned the corner compared to how we was playing. Green, 12 points, 29 minutes of play. And Washington showed up, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Kentucky out-rebounds Missouri 36-32. We shot 54% from the field and 62% on 3-pointers. So, there you have it. Brad Calipari came in and made that 3-pointer at the end. And now Kentucky plays Ole Miss, one of the worst teams in the SEC, at home. I fully expect Kentucky to win this game. We're playing a lot better, of course. The Missouri win was a good win for us. Really was a good win for us. They're 8-10-11, Missouri is. And I think they're pretty much a tournament team, a lot of people are saying. So, we know Kentucky's playing better. We know we're playing good. And, right when all this happens, of course, the news breaks. Got a lot of programs that are in trouble, and it looks like Kentucky's one of them, people. It's just how it goes. Of course, this is, they say, the tip of the iceberg, as they say. And I'm not worried about Kevin Knox, of course. Meal, whatever his meal was, $200. It was less than $200 or whatever. That's not going to be a problem for Kentucky. Kevin Knox, of course, Kentucky fans know what I'm talking about. But Bam, of course, was $43,000 or something like that. And we don't know what's going to happen, people. I'll be honest with you. This finally had to come out. Everybody cheats. All the big programs cheat. I mean, it's just how it goes. There's cheating, and then there's, different kinds of things like Louisville did with hookers. I mean, that's a whole different level. The things that Rick Pitino did and stuff like that. But the good thing about the investigation is, people, of course, is it does not affect the championship year of 2012 that we know of. They say it's just tip of the iceberg. We don't really know what's going to come out of this, but I mean, you think they've got to do something about it and all this, but can you imagine them penalizing every big school? Just imagine Duke, who got in trouble, North Carolina. Just imagine all the big schools, of course. Just imagine everybody gets caught, gets in trouble. That would pretty much kill college basketball. If you kill all the big programs, if you give them the death penalty, or it depends on what they did, of course. It depends on what they did and all that. We don't. As of right now, as a Kentucky fan, I'm not worried about it. I do see some problems with Bam, of course, but with Knox, with this year, I don't see any problems with it. But it's tip of the iceberg. And where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what they always say. So we don't know what really is going to happen right now, people. We don't. The thing is, it's not just one school. It finally has came out, and it's like for example, Duke will say, well, Kentucky cheats, and Kentucky will say, well, North Carolina cheats. You know, back and forth, these big programs. Now it's pretty obvious we all cheat. We all cheated, and we all got caught. Especially Arizona, of course, with the $100,000 they was paying. I forgot the guy's name, but of course they got in trouble. Miller got in big trouble with Arizona. And it's just it's a bad look for college basketball. It really is. The thing is you know, you're used to maybe one school getting caught. For example, like North Carolina, like Louisville, they get caught. One or two schools or something like that. This is something that's far-reaching. And we know what goes on in football and all that too. We know all that happens. But that's what makes this different. Really, it's hard for any fan base to pick on the other fan base and say I told you so, when all the blue bloods are guilty pretty much. You know, all the big time programs, we've all been caught. We've been caught cheating in one way or another. Whether it's buying a player a meal, whether it's paying them to wear your shoes, we've all been caught. And that's just, it's sad, really. It's sad. So there you have it, people. Everybody got caught. Now it all depends on what else. This could take a year or 2 years before we know what's going to happen. A lot of people are saying they could take away Kentucky's whole year that Bam played, take away all those wins, take that away. But I mean, again, if it's just the tip of the iceberg, seems like that would be the least of anybody's problems right now. Just to put it to you this way, if it's just the tip of the iceberg, just imagine what it could be death penalty for every program. I mean, not death penalty, but could lose a lot of wins, you know. Who knows what's going to happen, people. I just find it hard for them to, it's going to be hard for them to really, every program is going to get banned from March Madness. All like Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, Arizona, all the big time people. Well, you're not playing in a tournament for a couple years or whatever like that. I mean, that's not going to happen. More than likely, they'll just take away the wins. And if you've got a national championship, just like they did Louisville, let's say North Carolina, they won it last year. Let's say they get found out that they was paying two of their players. They paid two of them players that was on that national championship team, say $50,000, $100,000. They found out they did that, then that national championship's gone. All those wins are gone. So, you know, we can speculate about it. I'm no expert on it. I've just seen what I've seen. And I know you cheated. Whether you steal a penny or $1,000, it's still stealing, I guess. So, anyway, there you have it, people. We don't know what's going to happen. All we can do right now, until something else comes out, maybe it'll come out in a few days, maybe it'll be a few weeks, who knows. Until whatever comes out, we don't know for certain what the NCAA is going to do. We don't know. Maybe Bam's a bad loan. They talk about being a bad loan or whatever, but we don't know. The thing is if they was paying Bam, I mean, let's just be honest. If Kentucky was paying Bam, or if Duke was paying a player, or North Carolina or anybody, you know they're paying more than just one player. We're not just going to pay, like, for example, you're not just going to pay Bam $40,000, or like that Arizona player, that's a perfect example. You're not going to pay just him $100,000 to come on your team. You're going to pay this guy $50,000, this guy $75,000. I mean, that's what it's looking like to me, to be honest. You're going to get them to pay, and you're going to do whatever. But it all depends. I don't know what's going to happen, really. As of right now, if nothing else came out, I don't think there's really anything to really worry about much for Kentucky. But if other things come out, like they say, it's just the tip of the iceberg. If more things come out, Kentucky will be right there with it, and so all the other schools. It makes sense, you know, it really does make sense. You lose recruits to another school, you think, well, we've got this recruit locked up. Then all of a sudden, I'm going to North Carolina, I'm going to Villanova, I'm going to Duke or whatever. You're like, how did we lose him? You got outbidded. Like this school bid at $100,000 and I'll give you $125,000. Something like that. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, let's focus on this year. Not going to talk about this topic anymore unless any news comes out. If any more news comes out, or somebody admits to guilt or whatever, we'll talk more about it. But right now, we're going to focus on this year. Kentucky's playing better. Let's just enjoy what's left of college basketball and get ready for March Madness. Even though it seems like it's going to be a tainted tournament, it does bring excitement to the sport in a good or a bad way. It makes people recognize, you know, the sport. It puts the NCAA on people's minds, I guess you could say. They're like, well, there's all them players that cheated. There's all them coaches that cheated, you know. It does that. I mean, I guess it does that. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Kentucky, Ole Miss. I'll pick Kentucky to win this game by 20 points. Kentucky 85, Ole Miss 65. Hopefully we can blow them out and continue the winning streak and just move on. That's all we can do. It's out of our hands now, people, and we'll just go from here. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Go Big Blue. The Kentucky Wildcats, the greatest college basketball program of all time. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.